Hey guys, today I am in Davis Lake, beautiful neighborhood in Charlotte, North Carolina, right off of Harris, close to North Lake, and close to the university area as well, close to I-77, close to I-85. Anyway, present here in a home inspection today. Beautiful home. Actually been sitting in the market for months and months. So had shown this property before, showed it to some other buyers that came from out of town, and we got it under contract. So we are under contract. Happy for my buyers. Beautiful home, by the way. I wanted to show you, that's the home inspector right there. What company are you with, man? Starmark. So good home inspectors. They're actually doing a home inspection. That is exactly why I wanted to talk to you guys about. So the home inspector, they are a general practitioner, and they take care of getting all the details. They actually have to have a license by the state of North Carolina. Of course, you know, if you're watching from a different state, it's slightly different. But in North Carolina, every home inspector has to have a North Carolina state license for home inspection. So they are required by law to do a uniform report, which is great because it's standardized and they cover items that they're required to do in a standard format. So it makes it very easy to follow. But in this case, I wanted to talk to you about, of course, the home inspection. I did a video yesterday on drainage. I wanted to be a little bit more general today, but they cover a lot of stuff. So, you know, as you can see, he's got all the lights turned on. He did a cycle here for the dishwasher. He'll get the stove running. He'll check out the electrical, the HVAC. He'll check the roof, plumbing, structural issues. He's not going to go too much into detail, but if there's any issues or anything that kind of calls for you to be alarmed, in a sense, he'll refer you to whether it be a structural engineer, HVAC company, electrician, plumber, anybody like that. So they are basically trained to spot any issues that can be a problem for the buyer. So right now we're under contract. We are basically doing our due diligence, and the buyer can back out at any time. That's what the due diligence period is for. You can do inspections at any time, even after the due diligence period, but ideally you want to do them beforehand so that you can figure out whether you want to stay in the contract or not, or negotiate any repairs or so on and so forth. One thing that I wanted to point out, there was a HVAC company that I actually recommended my client to get because, and I'm going to show you right now, there are a couple AC units out here that are original to the house. They're 25 years old. They are working, but when you have units that old, see if I can get out first. When you have units that old, you definitely want to get a pro out here to check them out and see. So one thing about HVAC units, the cold air setting during the wintertime, you cannot turn on because you can damage the unit. The temperatures get kind of low, so you cannot turn on the AC cold air. The burners and the heating aspect of it is in the attic, so they check this out. But check these units; they are actually 25 years old. Now take a look at this house over here. That's brand new Train units. So that's ideal. You know, if you have a 25-year-old unit, you need to definitely check those. So we spotted that when we were first looking at the house, and I recommended my clients to get an additional HVAC company, a specialist in HVAC, to come out and check that out. And so the HVAC company came, they did a diagnostic on top of what the home inspector is doing. So just an additional safety feature. Because it's such a big ticket item, you don't want to take a risk on that. So highly recommend, if the units are not, you know, new or recent, man, get an additional layer of protection. Usually only costs you an additional $100. So get a specialist out here to do, and that applies to anything. That applies to an electrician, to a plumber. If there's any additional issues that the home inspector spots, you want to get somebody else. Don't take a chance on home inspection. So this property was sitting on the market for a while. We ran some comps, and we got it for, I think it was $10,000 or $15,000 less than the actual listing price. So that's great. Of course, we accounted for the HVAC units, but that's why you need an agent to run the comps and advise you on what kind of property to make. Not what kind of property, I'm sorry, what kind of offer to make for the property that you're purchasing. And it's a great opportunity to go in and try to take advantage of house sitting in the market, and getting equity as you're coming in. So you know, that is the way to get a good deal and be able to spot properties and make the appropriate offer. So, you know, get with your agent. If you don't have an agent, call me. I'd be more than happy to advise you and just do a free consultation on how to get started purchasing a home, how to get started on listing your house, how to appropriately list and price properties. It's very important because price is everything, is the ultimate objection when you are working in real estate, as far as making offers. So if you have any questions, guys, call me, 704-779-9243. I'd love to help you. And if you have any questions about any property in Charlotte, North Carolina, or surrounding areas, I work all around, and I am very mobile and very open to respond to inquiries. Thank you so much, guys.